In our news headlines today, we will be looking at additional allegations from Butler in regards to mistreatment. We will also look at the passing of a returning resident in Clarendon. And next, we will look at some women who are saying that the passing of Kibuki and Unsoni are not in relation to the grandmother and the two girls who passed away in Spanish Town. First news story. We will be looking at additional allegations of mistreatment being posted on social media by 22-year-old footballer Butler. After Butler made social media posts on Monday, which alleges that he had been mistreated and left to pass out after an incident which happened close to a school. New information has been added to the social media account, which indicates that he was in receipt of new injuries. The 22-year-old has been very cautious, however, and he has not named the person who would have mistreated him. He also further mentioned that the person had mistreated him and his mother mentally and physically for years. One photograph indicated that the 22-year-old was mistreated close to his left shoulder blade, and under that photograph there was a caption, "Did a stick make this?" This caption was made in relation to a statement coming from the 22-year-old's father that he had fallen on a stick, which led to him being injured on his arms. When asked what had caused the injury to his left shoulder blade, the response was that a person had hit him out of a lass a couple days before because he had friends over. A message was also shown, and this is what it said: "It's a long time he was planning to cause this mistreatment to you." And later an additional post was placed, "Premeditated." While the father of the 22-year-old has denied that he has caused any harm to the 22-year-old footballer, he did not refute the story that an incident had taken place between the two. He has also mentioned that things have happened and that he did not wish to discuss or disclose anything in relation to the matter. He said that his interest was solely to protect his son. He mentioned that his son has been having some issues. "There are a lot of things that are happening and I have to protect him from himself." Well, we hope that there will be some closure between this father and son. We hope that they will be able to work out their issues. And whatever the challenges are, that they may seek some counseling so that they can heal and move on and be in a healthy relationship as a parent and a child. It is sometimes difficult to understand the dynamics of a parent-child relationship. And whilst we are on the outside, it is easy to judge. But it is between both of these individuals, and they need to seek the necessary help from counselors to move on, heal, and chart a new future for their family. In our second news story, we'll be looking at the passing of a 72-year-old resident who lost his life during a burglary in Clarendon. According to the police in Clarendon, they are currently carrying out their necessary investigations and are trying to locate clues into the passing of a 72-year-old returning resident in the early morning of Tuesday. According to the police, Lynch was mistreated 3 days after he arrived from Canada. Lynch and his wife, Inez, usually travel to Jamaica during this time of the year to get away from the cold weather in Canada. His wife said that she and her husband were in bed when he got up approximately 2:25 a.m. She mentioned that she heard him speaking to someone at the door. He said that he came out to demand that this person leave his house immediately. It was at that time that he received the first injury from the dangerous tool. According to Miss Inez, he was trying to close the door when he received a second injury. That's when she latched the door and raised an alarm for her neighbors to call the police. She also mentioned that there was no loud sound as her husband received the injury. However, she could see what appeared to be sparks. According to Miss Inez, her husband was looking forward to reaping the yams that he had planted during an earlier visit to Jamaica. She also does not believe for one moment that robbery was the motive, as she said nothing was taken from the house. One member of the community has bemoaned the passing of her peers over the years. It's just sickening. It makes me very sad because we're all born here. We went away and we work very hard just to return to Jamaica and to be treated like this. It makes us very, very sad. According to this young lady, she said that some of the returnees have got so scared they have locked up their houses and returned to their overseas home. However, the association president has said that she has no intention of leaving Jamaica, to which she returned 24 years ago. I will not throw the towel in. They will have to come and get me. Well, this is an extremely brave lady. She is willing to take on the challenge from these dangerous persons. We would like to extend our condolences to Miss Inez and her family over the passing of her husband. We hope that she will be able to find the strength to go on. In our third news story, it is a follow-up to the passing of Kiyobuki and Unsuni. These are two persons who were found fatal on Dyke Road, close to Portmore in St. Catherine. According to their mothers, however, they are stating that their sons did not cause the passing of the grandmother and the two girls in Spanish Town. Mothers of the two men who were found along Dyke Road in a heap on a Portmore roadway over the weekend have denied that their children was taken out in revenge for the triple passing of an 81-year-old woman and her two granddaughters. The two men who passed away were identified as Kiyobuki and Unsuni of Lower Mall Road and Hill Avenue in Kingston 11. They were found wrapped in plastic on Dyke Road last Saturday by passersby. According to his mother, she last spoke to her son Kiyobuki on Friday, November 27th, but could not make contact with him again later that day. She was lying on a stack of bricks on Monday, and she was torn as she described the nature of her son's passing as wicked. She admitted that her son was feared in the community and that his influence may have earned him fierce opposition. His mother, however, denied any rumors that were circulating on social media that her son passed away in a retribution act for the issues that occurred in Trial Heights on November 22. It is the claim that the lives of the two little girls and their grandmother was the incident that would have sparked this act of retribution against these two males. According to the mother of Kiyobuki, however, that's a total lie, because first of all, her son loves children and he never leaves to go to Spanish Town. He's afraid of people he does not trust. According to the mother of Unsuni, she has also denied the allegations on social media that have stated that her son was involved in the matter that took the lives of these 3 persons in trial lights. She said that the claims are putting her life at risk. I do not want people to see me and try to cause harm to me. I hear that this is the reason. People call me and tell me that what is on social media is that my son was involved in the Trialites incident, and that's why he passed away. He does not have anybody in Spanish Town, so I am surprised about this. She later broke down in tears. Mother of Usuni also issued a plea asking for whoever is making those allegations on social media to stop. They need to stop saying that he took the life of the old lady and her grandchildren. It is causing hurt to me, and the hurt is so bad because I am his mother and I am a woman. According to Senior Superintendent Lindsay, the 2 men who passed away were known to the police in the St. Andrews South Police Division and were actively involved in dangerous groups. Well, these 2 men have passed, so we will never know if they were involved in the incident unless further police investigation is carried out and that information is disclosed. However, many persons on social media are making these allegations, but the poor mothers of these 2 men who passed away are having to deal with not just grief, but the fear of losing their very lives, as statements are being made that they lost their sons in an act of retribution in relation to the passing of the grandmother and her 2 grandchildren in Trialites in Spanish Town. Well, we hope that the mothers are quite unaware of any relation between their son and the incident that occurred in Trialites. Maybe it is just a distraction. It is only fair to give them the benefit of the doubt. But I hope that they are being honest about their children. Now like, comment, share, and subscribe. Let me know what you think about the statements coming from the mothers of Kiyobuki and Usuni, who based on social media allegations were involved in the passing of the 81-year-old grandmother and her 2 primary school granddaughters. Let me also know what you think about the statements coming from the Butlers in regards to the allegations of mistreatment. And also, I'm sure you're saddened by the passing of the 72-year-old in Clarendon.